I love this place. I love it.
I loved growing up here. Things really mattered. It was a close bond of nature that I wouldn't have got being raised elsewhere.
You know, this place means to me that we want to do the things that are ecologically and biologically sound so that we can pass this on and provide this open space and continue our way of life.
This region is the last intact temperate zone ecosystem left on the planet. So it really is something special. We have two of the world's premier national parks, the Yellowstone National Park, Glacier National Park. We have the headwaters to the country's three major river systems. We have the Green River that goes into the Colorado. We have the headwaters to the Snake that goes into the Columbia. And we have the headwaters to the Yellowstone, the Missouri, that then go into the Mississippi. Very important natural resources that are important not only to the people who live here, but to the world. Western Sustainability Exchange is an organization that is working a lot with agricultural producers, farmers and ranchers, to implement practices on their operations that are good for the land, good for water quality, good for wildlife habitat, good for air quality, soil quality.
WSE has been an advocate for sustainable land management, and that's probably the big key that I tie into on that. Sustainable land management provides wildlife habitat, it provides open space, and preserves the integrity of this area.
Ultimately, it's the ranchers and the farmers that have in their hands the responsibility for the future of the land in this area. It's an organization like WSE that comes in as a partner to the ranchers and brings information, market opportunities, tools to help improve the methodologies that they bring to bear on their land. We give the ranchers the best opportunity economically to continue to thrive.
We had attended a Ranching for Profit seminar that WSE put on. It teaches you principles to apply to the land that provide a healthier land, a greater, healthier landscape, and that transforms into healthier animals. And there's an economic incentive to do that.
WSE has kind of been, since the beginning, a facilitator of bringing chefs together with ranchers. And what they do is they bring in together all of these local farmers, ranchers, purveyors, people who are making products in Montana, and they bring in restaurant people at the same time. Nobody was bringing those people together before.
WSE has been really fundamental in the whole company's origins. I don't think we would have got off the ground that first year without having their help. They helped me get coordinated with other producers in the area that were already having grass-fed Angus beef, and so they started the whole dialogue for the beginning of what is now a grass-fed collaborative, which is the essence of this business.
So this is our local burger program. This is our custom blend. What we were able to do was turn our entire burger program into a local burger program and be able to sell it at a price point that didn't scare people away.
Seeing local food on a menu does make a difference to me, and the restaurants that participate in farm to market kind of campaigns, I think that's great, and that's the kind of food I want to eat. I've always cared about healthy food, and it's because I care about the environment. It's because I care about big, wide open spaces, uncontaminated by the pesticides or pollution or other things that comes with industrial farming.
When I first heard of the WSE and started working with local providers, I thought, boy, this is going to be really tough. This is going to be really tough to make these connections and to call all these people. It's going to take so much time out of my day, and I just don't have time for that. And the minute I signed on with WSE, I got their producer list. I worked with good people who are very passionate about the Western sustainability and were wanting to help bridge that gap, to put me in contact with these producers. I realized it was pretty easy.
You know, WSE makes it really easy for everyone in the community to come down to the farmers market, to find things in our local grocery stores. So yeah, I'm grateful for that.
Well, WSE, they are the ones. They're the ones that are going and helping the farmers sustain wildlife habitat. They're helping the farmers use profitable ranching principles. They are the ones that are going out there working with the ranchers and the farmers so that they can maintain their lifestyle.
They recognize the need to preserve some of the landscape as it has been and to provide for humanity going forward. And all the way from the food system to the view sheds to the wildlife, it encompasses a whole system.
There's several things that drew me to Western Sustainability Exchange. One is that they're a grassroots organization, and I believe that the grassroots organizations are critical in getting the job done when it comes to environmental protection and enhancement. Secondly, it's a non-advocacy organization, and I'm a big believer in non-advocacy organizations that are focused on their mission rather than politicking. And thirdly, it's an organization that uses market forces to actually enhance land, to recover land, to regenerate land, and that's proving to be quite successful.
We believe strongly as an organization that if we can work with the people who have the most influence of the stewardship of this land and do it in ways that benefit them economically, then we'll be able to sustain this long into the future.
I think true sustainability on the Western landscape is going to come from connecting markets like WSE is doing to producers, to companies, purveyors like ourselves. It's going to take a really collaborative effort.
Ultimately, what we're about is sustaining this beautiful, wonderful place for future generations.
You know, this place means to me that we want to do the things that are ecologically and biologically sound so that we can pass this on and provide this open space and continue our way of life.
It's important to me to provide those places for my children and especially my new little grandchild so that I can take her in the hills and sit her on a log and we can put our feet in a stream and she can just get a sense of where she is and who she is in the world.
We hope that people who care about this place, this wonderful place, will get involved. It's a team effort. It absolutely is a team effort.